So in order for a movie to break even, it needs to make at least twice its production budget, never mind the promotional budget. So the movie is a certified bomb. So what comes next? And you've had Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. The Black Widow movie didn't do very well. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 did. So where do they go from here? Well, I did a little research, and I came up with 25 projected works, right? 25 potential Marvel movies that are either in some stage of pre-production or some stage of negotiation or just simply been proposed, right? And so I'm going to run through these first. The first one is the new Spider-Man trilogy with Tom Holland. That I think will get done because it will also bring in Miles Morales, and Tom Holland has a lot of clout. People like him, so this one will probably get done. Black Panther 3, I'm not sure that that one has the audience that Disney wants to think that it does. Black Panther 2 suffered for a lot of different reasons. Captain Marvel 3. Someone has actually proposed Captain Marvel 3. I doubt that will ever happen, particularly given what's going on in the theaters right now with the Marvels, which was supposed to be Captain Marvel 2, and then she got demoted. Now, Adam Warlock as a film, I think Adam Warlock might actually have a potential audience simply because he came from the Guardians of the Galaxy stable of characters, right? And there are a lot of people who like that. So there's potential for this one. Black Widow 2, it would star Florence Pugh, would be the titular character, no pun intended, but again, I kind of doubt that one will be made. Blade 1 and 2, somebody's already talking about a Blade sequel when they can't even get the first one off the ground. There's so much going on with Blade that Mahershala Ali, and I can't say as I blame the guy, Mahershala Ali has threatened to just walk away because the storylines that have been promoted have been so bad that he doesn't want to be a part of it. And so there's not much sense about talking about a Blade sequel. You can't even get the first one off the ground. And it's too bad because, Mahershala Ali would be a good Blade. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Captain Britain, they've done this already. That somebody was suggesting a Captain Britain movie, but they've done this already with the What If series on Netflix, so I can't much see the need for it. Doctor Strange 3, I think this will happen. Doctor Strange 3 will come down the line simply because Doctor Strange 2, at the end of it, in the post-credit scene, introduced a new character played by, what's her name that was in Mad Max. I think that's one of the reasons that Doctor Strange 3 will get made, because they introduced her and they need a vehicle for that particular character. Alright, the Fantastic Four is in pre-production. These guys, Emily Blunt, John Krasinski, Zac Efron, and Jai Courtney, whatever. I don't think any of these guys will be cast as the Fantastic Four. Let me show you something here. Pedro Pascal circling Fantastic Four to play Reed Richards. Pedro Pascal is a fine actor, but he's almost 50, and you would think that if they want to do another franchise like the Fantastic Four, they would want somebody that would be, have a little bit more longevity to him. They could bring somebody in younger, and so I don't think this is a good choice. Not because Pedro Pascal is not a good actor; he is a good actor. But he's, if they want some longevity out of the role, they need to cast someone who's younger. All right, let's keep going here. Guardians of the Galaxy 4 has already been teased at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy 3 when it said Peter Quill shall return. And I kind of think this one will be done as well. Hercules, I hope not. Hercules was teased at the end of Thor: Love and Thunder, and it's kind of, why bother? Why bother? There's not enough of an audience for that. Midnight Suns is a bit too esoteric. It's an Avengers type group, only the characters are sort of like the Punisher and Ghost Rider. Namor.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Don't bother, please don't bother. That character was just so horribly played. Nova from the Nova Corps.
Who?
Again, they're really reaching for some of these Now, these are proposals. These are movies that have been proposed. But Nova from the Nova Corps, and not too many people know that one. This one, I hope, gets done. A Scarlet Witch movie. The Scarlet Witch with Elizabeth Olsen is one of the better characters that the MCU still has. And they need to do something else with her. I made a prediction that she would show up in some form in Loki Season 2. I was wrong about that, but I thought Loki Season 2 would have been a good vehicle for her to at least be mentioned in some fashion, but they didn't go that way. But I hope this one gets done because the character is so strong. Shang-Chi will probably get done because it fits the narrative. And even though the first one was nothing to really get excited about. The A-Force, this movie was teased in Avengers Endgame, where they had the 10 to 15 second scene of all these guys, all teamed up and running together. And it has been teased. I think they'll do it. The Eternals 2, hopefully the person who suggested the Eternals 2 got laughed in the face. There's no need in it.
I was so hungry! I didn't mean to!
I don't see a need for the Illuminati either. There's just... What are they going to have these guys do? Really, what would they have these guys do in context? Now, Thor 4 is actually in pre-production. Would this be the 5th? Yeah, this would be the 5th. I'm sorry. I meant to put a 5 there. But it is in pre-production because Taika Waititi, I think is how you say his name, had signed on for a trilogy, beginning with, Love and Thunder would have been the second one. Ragnarok, the first. Love and Thunder was the second. And he had proposed one more movie, and it has been green-lit. So they're in the pre-production for the next Thor movie. And maybe Hercules will be in that, but he shouldn't have his own movie. The Wolverine, it will depend on whether or not Deadpool 3 is a hit or not, as to whether or not they actually make the Wolverine, right? World War Hulk, the only question here is who would they get to play the Hulk? Because Mark Ruffalo destroyed his brand in She-Hulk, I believe. X-Force, I do not think there will be an X-Force movie because, again, it's money that they could spend elsewhere to make a movie that they know more people would want to see, like the X-Men. The X-Men is also in pre-production, and hopefully it will feature Rogue front and center as opposed to Dark Phoenix and the Young Avengers. I hope that this one gets done. I hope they actually pull. A lot of people don't. There are a lot of people on YouTube that think it's ridiculous to make a Young Avengers movie. I kind of hope they do, and the primary reason is because of the character of Kate Bishop that you see here. And this is Cassie, Ant-Man's kid. I'm not sure who this guy is. This is Wanda Maximoff's two kids, Mutt and Jeff, whatever their names were, and Ms. Marvel in the back. Kate Bishop, I thought, was a good character. I like the Hawkeye series because of all the characters that the Disney Plus shows have put out, Kate Bishop actually had a story, man. She actually had a story that was believable, and she was teased in the post-credit scene or mid-credit scene for the Marvels. And if you haven't seen it, I'm going to show it right now. I like the Kate Bishop character, and I think that the Young Avengers is something that could be successful and could be beneficial to the MCU if they do it right.
You miss me. Had a little relapse, huh? Welcome back.